Name, rank, and registry warrior.
Nagabar Gabar, Bun Yahweh, Bun Yasharal.
Nagabar Gabar, Bun Yahweh, Bun Yasharal.
Yahweh Bashim Yashabrakatah.
Yahweh Bashim Yashabrakatah.
La Yashal.
All right. Gonna go ahead. We're gonna face east.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and handle up on the prayers.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim. Shagash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Balakaka. Tabah. Atazaka. Hayah. Hasha. Baratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Nakalawa. Come. Gal. Yimam. Wasalakanaw. Gabawaknaw. Gasalaknaw. Gabawaknaw. Wala'a. Tabiyanawa. Benasai one. Abal. Ashaynaw. Mayon. Rad. Kal. Amalaka. Wahala. Wahata. Aman.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our
Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Bashem. Yahweh. Babakashah. Nakalawa. Akak. Lafa'ah. Babakala. Babakwa. Akak. Latahar. Lamatsarayim. Akak. Lahakoyim. Lamathia. Akak. Babakawa. Hatamala. Bashem. Yahweh. Aman.
This is the power prayer in the English. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
The blessings in the Hebrew. Barak.
Atah.
Yahweh.
Wamakal. Alawat. Yahana. Alawapia. Asaranya. Akal Yalium. Wapia. Yahweh. Bashem. Yahweh. Aman.
This is the blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commander General
The general.
The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Yes.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha.
Ayanya. Yabaha. Azariah. Ma'an. Yahweh. Asha. Shemayim. Waratazah. Ayathan. Lamawat. Ragalka. Alianawam. Shemarka. Hanan. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasharala. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Aliyad Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Malayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makarat. Yashamar. Athabashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazahaka. Wabawaka, Mata, Wa'ad, Awalam.
This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help coming from Yahweh.
My help coming from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
Even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
All the Mayalaka.
All the Mayalaka.
All the Karash.
All the Karash.
All the Shakwat.
All the Shakwat. All.
Kayahana.
Kayahana. Awa Yayaka.
Yama Yawan.
Yama Yawan.
Wamashin Yaka.
Wamashin Yaka.
Nasha'awa.
Yasha'awa. Rash.
Alamaka.
Alamaka.
Yarayamwa.
Sawad.
Wayataza Jawazwa.
Wayataza Karazwa.
Altaza Panyaka.
Altaza Panyaka. Marwa. Lakawa.
Wanaka Yadamu.
Wanaka
Ugayuya.
Ugaya. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shem Yashala. Awad. Kaya. Tazwa. Yakab. Al-Yaka. Yakarapa. Alawam. Wayashamayam.
Wayaba'awa.
Waya'awa.
Wayagaryum.
Gabal.
Wayamama.
Wayamamu.
Waymalak.
Waymalak. Talashaf.
Amayashabwa.
Amashabwa.
Tazawar.
Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Nayawa. Sarawai. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Ashalaham. Kamanya. Kasara. Kayaban. Manaka'al. Kayashawan. Mashawadwa. Bayan Da'ara. Hayawa. Daman. Lanama. Shayatamwa. Nanayabwa. Karab. Wakazahaba. Wakazabak. Wakazazalana. Kal Nasakahamwa. Ashar. Amarwa.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa. Nawa. Alaya. Shayatamwa. Kagala. Kakwash. Lapanya Raka. Sa'ash. Yabaya Ara. Wakalahaba. Talahat. Haryam. Kan. Tarapadma. Basaraka. Tamahan. Allah. Kanyaham. Malawam. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Adayahad. Wayakaparawa. Wayabadwa. Wayadawa. Kaya. Atha. Shemka. Yahweh. Labaka. Raiwan. Akal Harataza.
This is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo.
thine enemies make a tumult.
The enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
That the name of Israel should be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Israelites.
And the Israelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarim.
And the
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah,
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kishon,
and the brook of Kishon,
which perished at Endor.
and perished and endured.
They become as dung before the earth.
They become as dung before the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb.
and like Zeb. Yea,
Yea,
all their princes of Zebah,
all the princes of Zebah,
and as Zalmunna,
and Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stumble before the wind,
as a stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy
and
tempest,
make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded,
Let them be confounded,
in trouble forever.
in trouble forever.
Let them be put to shame,
Let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
and men may know
that thou, whose name alone
thou the name is alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
art the most high over all the earth.
All right. Let's go on in and let's get it. All right. And shalom to all Israel. We're going to continue where we left off last week. We were in Exodus, the 4th chapter. And we had left off on the 7th verse. We're going to pick it up in at verse 8. Priest and Officer Lamawad is going to read it in Hebrew, and Trooper Nagabai Gabar in English.
When we start.
Come.
Page switched up.
All right.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wahaya, La'a, Yamayinawa, Laka, Wala'a, Yashamiwa, Laqual, Wahana, Yadawa, Matazore Ya'ath, Kashalaga.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 8 in the English. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to thy voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the later sign.
Okay, so again, just like we left off last week, the Most High is showing Moses signs and wonders. You know what I'm saying? He had to convince Moses who he was by having him put his hand into his bosom. In the 3rd chapter, just giving the name, you know, it was tough for Moses to deal with, but he got it. He quit worried about how Israel would receive it, and just followed orders. So, you know, he's getting more signs, you know, just to show the nation of Israel real quick. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on to verse 9.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 9 in the Hebrew. Wahaya, La'a, Ya'amayinawa, Lama, Salagi, Gama, Lashanaya, Waya Wataza Makayakwa, Salagi, Makayakwawa, Wahana, Shabbat, Kabasha Rawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 9 in the English. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these 2 signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take out thou shalt take of the water of the river and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land.
Okay, get verse 10.
God on one time, book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 10 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Mashah, Al, Yahweh, Bayah, Ha'atawath, Ha'Allah, Wala'ah, Yashema'awan, Lakwalak, Walakwakath, Mama Yama, Haya'ar, Yashagakath, Yashapakath, Hayabashah, Washa Yawa, Ha'ath, Hara'ashawan, Waha'amayana, Laqual, Ha'ath, Ha'akorawan.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 10 in the English. And Moses said unto Yahweh, O Yahweh, am I not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant? But am I slow of speech and of a slow tongue?
Okay, so we all know and heard that Moses kind of had a slight speech impediment. Kind of either had a heavy tongue or he spoke with a stammer, in other words. Let this just be an example of just how the Most High can get the worst of us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All of us, everybody that's in this room, all feel like, am I good enough? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Am I fit to, to give this word? I mean, either I've got over 100 pounds on me, or I got a multitude of sin. I used to sell drugs. I'm not the best reader. I'm dyslexic. This, that, and the other. I might have killed somebody at one point in my walk. I mean, just in the world. We all kind of question whether we're appropriate enough to show this word. Look, the Most High don't make no mistakes.
That's right.
That's right.
If you're here right now, you fit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how the Most High rolls. He'll get the lowest of us, the worst of us.
Right.
Right.
Even when y'all read the New Testament, where did Christ always go?
To the publicans.
I'm talking about he went among our people, among the poor, the dregs of our people.
Right.
The ones that were the most in need. He didn't run from them.
Right.
He went right to them. Just like we do in the UPK. We damn near all of our posts and all our camps. Have y'all ever seen the old school tapes of our brothers teaching up there in Baltimore?
Sir.
You ain't never seen those? Man, y'all should check them out on the Baltimore page, or they might even be on the Washington, D.C. page. And they might have 100 different names for some of them old videos, some of them that are almost 10 years old, and, surrounded by syringes and drug addicts.
Right.
Yet there they are bringing out the word of the Most High.
Right.
And holding everybody by the ear. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to all camps of ISUPK, man. Because we go to the dregs of our people. Even our camp spot. Every time we go there, it's brothers. It's brothers with all their stuff in shopping carts. Half of them high, trying to be sober, waiting over there for Moab to throw out some donuts just for them to have something to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Donuts that Moab can't sell no more. He puts on out there just for them brothers and the brothers and sisters look forward to it.
Right.
Even though it's supposed to be garbage, basically.
Right.
But you know what? That's where Christ and the damn disciples would go. Right there. They see our people there at the bottom, ain't even got shoes on their feet. That's where they do the work. That's where the churches were set up. That's where the schools were set up.
That's right.
And that's what we do in the ISUPK, man. You got fake Israelite groups who run from their people. That's how you know they're not in the truth.
Right.
Right.
They'd rather sit up there and teach where there's nobody walking out in the street like one camp in particular does. And they'd rather got another group that would look down on our people, call them all kinds of names. Yeah, I'm talking about the purple cats.
That's right.
But no, that's right where we supposed to be.
Right.
If you really following Christ, that's where the hell you're supposed to be.
Right.
Go ahead.
Didn't they just let a transgender in amongst their group?
They had a dude who had sex with a transgender a few years ago, and he's now in prison because he shot the tranny in the face. But no, that's a different group committed that infraction just recently. But yeah, them purple cats, not that I'm getting over here banging on camps on the Sabbath, but that's some sin they pulled. I had one of their members up there in I think it was Indiana or Ohio somewhere, had sex with this tranny and went up there for some service with the tranny, a 55-year-old cracker who was a cross dresser, and he wound up shooting that cracker in the face. Instead of going somewhere and leaving there and talking to real men of the Lord and getting help to get that demon up out of him. Now he's steady going back there and then gonna shoot the devil in the face. He in prison now. Of course, some purple cats ain't gonna claim him, but we got the pictures. We already know. We got the pictures and the notes that people done send us. We already know he was one of theirs, and I guarantee he probably ain't the only one in that group to do that.
Right.
Yeah. But this ain't a camp banging thing. This ain't a camp banging channel. Our Sabbath is for our people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me go ahead and put that out there. We got better things to do than worry about what so-called Israelite groups outside of the ISUPK, the home of the truth, is doing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get, we were just in verse 10, Con? Let's get 11 and 12.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verses 11 and 12 in the Hebrew. Wa Yahamar, Yahweh, Alahaya, Allah Yawah, Maya, Shema, Paha, La Adam, Awa, Maya, Adanaya, La'a, Ayash, Debarayam, Anakaya, Lama, Matamawal, Lama, Mashalasham, Ma, Ma'a, Debaryak, Allah, Abadak, Mayam, Ashar, Tequak, Mana, Haya'ar, Wahayawa, Ladama, Wayabashaf, verse 12. Wata, Laka, Wahanakaya, Salakia, Wakanaya, Kaya, Kabad, Paha, Wakabada, Lashawan, Anakaya.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 11 in the English. And Yahweh said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have I not, I Yahweh? Verse 12. Now therefore, go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say.
In other words, this is the Most High telling Moses, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You go on in and go to them people and do what I told you to do. Like I said last week, I don't want to never just equate the Most High to a pimp, but that's kind of the spirit he's in when he's telling you just go on and do what you got to do. Keep these commands I told you, and everything gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what the Most High is trying to reassure Moses, who is a humble man but a simple man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He trying to let them know, all you got to do is go to them people, go to our people, just go to the children of Israel, and go on and tell them what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting ready to judge these Egyptians, I'm getting ready to get y'all up out of captivity so y'all can serve me.
Right.
Like we said last week, all he's asking for, all they wanted them to do is go to Pharaoh and ask for, 2 or 3 days just so they can go and dedicate a sacrifice unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? To the Supreme.
That's right.
Right.
Of course, the Most High already know that the damn Egyptians are going to say no. And that's all the Most High needs to get ready and drop these plagues on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
That's all he needs. But the Most High knows the beginning of the end, the beginning from the end on everything. So all this is just getting the ball rolling on Egypt's judgment, which was at this point was long overdue.
That's right.
Right.
All right. We're gonna get verse 13 and 14.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. Wahamar, Bayah, Adonai, so like Adonai, Shalak, Na'ah, Bayad, Tashalak, Yashalam, Alam, Awa, Karash, Awa, Paquad, Awa, Awar, Ala'ah, Anakayah, Yahweh. Verse 14. Wayakar, Apa, Yahweh, Wamasha, Wayamar, Alayah, so like a Hala'ah, Aharan, Akayak, Halawayah, Yada Ataya, Kaya, Dabar, Yadabar, Ahaya, Ama, Payak, Wahawayath, Yakar, Ashar, Dadabar.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 13 and 14 in the English. And he said, O Yahweh, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. Verse 14. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Moses. And he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he come forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart.
He'll be glad in his heart. He's letting them know again, hey, if I wanted Aaron to carry this out, I would have put this on Aaron. But I'm putting it on you.
Right.
You, my servant. You're going to be my messenger. And once Moses got with the program, by the time we get to Deuteronomy, if we get there, I might decide to go somewhere else. But by the end of the book of Deuteronomy, by the time Moses was gone, the Most High personally said, I think in the 34th chapter, there's no prophet in me no prophet in all Israel under me like Moses, because Moses did all his will. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right.
Right now, I guess Moses just need kind of a kickstart. Kind of a small foot in the ass just to get him started.
Right.
And we kind of get that here. We don't physically get a foot in the ass, but it'll be brothers that ain't been to camp before, don't know if they're ready. So what'll happen is the council, the generals, will set a date for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they go out and get it done, and they see it ain't nothing to it, man.
Right.
And that's all the Most High is trying to do to Moses. Just let it, go out there and do what I said, do what you've been told. Ain't gonna be nothing to it.
That's right.
Nothing to worry about. I'm saying that's the best reassurance in the world to have the Most High on your side.
Okay.
And our people will see that the minute they come on back to this truth, man.
Right.
That's right.
Come on back to their nationality. Most High will personally move this earth for us, man.
That's right.
And we will bend these nations, especially Esau, to their knees.
Right.
Which is where the hell they're supposed to be to begin with.
That's right.
Give it up to the Most High. All right. We're going to get verse 15.
Come, book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wada Barak, Allah Yawah, Washamoth, off. Yasha Allah.
Come. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 15. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put the words in his mouth. And I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do.
And he's telling them, I got it. All you got to do is just show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I am with you, Moses.
Right.
That's right.
That's all he's trying to get him to. Yeah. Trying to make a humble man that ain't so sure of himself, and trying to assure him. Brother got a slight speech impediment, a little bit heavy, a little thick tongue. That's all right. Most I say, that's all right. Nigga, you going to be my vessel.
That's right.
Let's get the very next verse. That's verse
16.
It's verse 16. Go on.
Come. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 16 in the Hebrew. Wadabar, Hawa'ah, Lakah, All, Haim, Wahaya, Hawa'ah, Yahawiyah, Lakah, Lapa, Wa'ata, Tahaya, Lawa, Hadabariyam, Papayawa, Wahanaka, Ahaya, Am, Payak, Wa'am, Payahawa, Wahawad, Salakia, Wahawar Yathaya, Athakam, Ashar, Hawa'a, Wagam, Hana, Hawa'a, Ataza'a, Lakoria Athak, Wara'ak, Washamak, Balabawa.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 16 in the English. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be even. He shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of a God.
We're going to get verses 17 and 18.
Khan. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verses 17 and 18. Wa'ah, Hamata, Hazah, the Quack, Bayadak, Ashar, Daashah, Bawa, Hataf. Verse 18. Wayalak, Mashah, Da'ashawah, Da'ashawan.
Come. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 17 and 18 in the English. And thou shalt take this rod in thy hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moses went and returned to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren, which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, Go in peace.
Okay, so he's getting ready to leave his in-laws' place, basically, because he knows he got work to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to keep the Most High waiting. He ain't going to procrastinate. He's going to do as ordered. So he's got to say goodbye to his old heathen father-in-law and go on in and do the work.
Right.
Time to do the work that the Most High raised him up to do. Because the Most High, let's just keep it real. The Most High has been keeping a hedge of covering on Moses for a long time.
That's right.
Because Moses was supposed to be dead as an infant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now he put this. That's why you had the midwives preserve him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Midwives had no fear. They just did. They followed the Lord.
That's right.
They wasn't thinking about no Pharaoh. Y'all know how rebellious Eve is. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, here she was rebellious for the right reasons. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? This is the so-called black woman you want.
That's right.
One is gonna, if she gonna sass somebody, sass the nation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's right.
Quit sassing Jake.
Right.
No, when they in the spirit, they the best, man. Y'all
That's right.
can say that about Eve for sure.
That's right.
Verse 19. Go ahead.
Out of Wakanda, book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 19 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Yahweh, All, Mashah, La Hayam.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 19 in the English. And Yahweh said unto Moses in Midian, Go, return into Egypt, for all men are dead, which sought thy life.
Okay, verse 20.
Out of Wakanda, book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 20 in the Hebrew. Wayakwak, Mashah, Wa'ariyah, Wadam, Kayayam, Wayamar, Yawa, Lamasha, Laka, Lashelawam.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 20 in the English. And Moses took his wife and his sons and set them upon an ass. And he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of Yahweh in his hand.
Okay. Took the rod of the Most High in his hand. We're gonna get 21 and 22.
Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 21. So like verses 21 and 22. Wayomar, Yahweh, All, Mashah, Balakatak, Yashawab, Matazariyam, Salaki, Matazariyama, Ra'ah, Kal, Hamapathayam, Ath, Ashatawa, Wa'ath, Banayawa, Wayaraka Bam, Al, Hakamar, Wayashab, Arataza A, Matazarium, Wayakwak, Mashah, Atamata, Bamadariyan, Laka, Shaba, Matazarium, Kaya, Matawa, Ka, Salaki Ka, Hayanashayam, Hamakwashiyam, Av, Napash, Salaki, Napashak, verse 22, Wayamarath, Al, Hara'ah, Kaha, Ashar, Yahweh, Beniyah, Bakariyah, Yasha'Allah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 21 and 22 in the English. And Yahweh said unto Moses, When thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thy hand. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. Verse 22, And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus said Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
Israel is his son.
That's right.
Not Esau. Israel is his son. Not Esau, not Ishmael, not Ham, not Elam. None of these nations are his son. Israel is his son.
That's
Right.
Yasharallah means prince of the power.
Right.
A prince is son of the king, is he not?
Right.
That's why we're not trying to be kings in here, because we have a king.
That's right.
Yahushua.
Right.
That's right.
So we all princes in here. You know what I'm saying? We're all royalty.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So he letting them know we're going to say that under Pharaoh. Israel is my son.
Right.
Right.
Not you stinking, disgusting Hamites.
That's
Right. That's right.
Up here putting I'll get the archaeological proof of it, but up there Egyptians up here putting doo-doo from crocodiles and the paste and some white paste in their woman's vagina, using that as a form of birth control.
Good night.
I guess he say here if it's doo-doo in the box, he ain't gonna put his rod in it. I guess. I guess that's their form of birth control. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course, when we know them Hamites today are so nasty, they wouldn't care
At all.
if they gonna sit up there and let a cow pee on them just to get them close to spirit. They sure ain't gonna think twice about putting a rod inside a damn box that got crocodile poop in it. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention all the stuff that go down in a woman's box, even if she's clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't got to tell you, brothers, that's a full-time job in and of itself.
That's right.
And y'all know none of y'all put crocodile poop in your girl's vagina. I know.
That's crazy.
Hey,
Infection.
but the ancient Egyptians did that old nasty shit. So like, okay, we're gonna get verse 23. More of the Most High getting ready to set up and make war with them nasty ass Egyptians.
Right.
And they false pagan gods. Go ahead, verse 23.
Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 23 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Alayak, Shalah, Ath, Ashar, Shamathaya, Bayadak, Wayashayatham, Lapanya, Para'ah, Wayanaya, Akazak, Atalabawa, Wala'ah, Yeshalak, Ath, Ha'ain.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 23 in the English. And I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn.
Finna give him the business.
Right.
It's finna get real.
You know what I'm saying? Finna kill the firstborn of every damn Egyptian household. Well, anyway, let's keep going. Verse 24.
Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 24 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, but Arak, Hayala, Salakia, Hayala, Ayayam, Bayadawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 24 in the English. And it came to pass, by the way in the end, that Yahweh met him and sought to kill him.
Met him and sought to kill him. Verse 25.
Salakia, sir, it's missing in the Hebrew. Oh wait, Salakia, here it goes. It's kind of off.
Come.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 25 in the Hebrew. Wayathakwak, Tazapara, Tazar, Watakarath, Ath, Aralath, Manya, Wayabadanaya, Salakia, Wayabadanaya, Watama'an, Lashalakawa, Ana, Anakiya, Arad, Ath, Manak, Bakarak.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 25 in the English. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet and said, surely a bloody husband art thou to me.
Okay, so Zipporah's is keeping an Israelite Israel, even though Zipporah's not an Israelite, but somebody had to cut the foreskin of that baby's penis. You know what I'm saying? Of Moses' son's rod.
Right.
And so she had the nerve with her nasty behind talking about her husband, the bloody husband under her, as if somebody asked for her pick.
Right.
Shut up.
Right.
That should have been Moses' next word, Shema.
Right.
Just shut up and cut the foreskin already. We know you nasty ass Ishmaelites wouldn't make that law, but we do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm mistaken, Zipporah is ain't that Jethro's daughter?
Come.
Yeah, so that she'd be Ishmael. Verse 26.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4 verse 26 in the Hebrew. Wayarap, Mamanat Nawa, Azah, Amara, Katan, Balawan, Wayapaka Gashawa, Yahweh, Wayabokwash, Hamayatawa.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 26 in the English. So he let him go. Then she said, a bloody husband thou art, because of the circumcision.
Hey, circumcision can get messy. That's all it is to it.
All right.
Get verse 27.
Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 27 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Yahweh, all, Aharon, Lakah, Lakoriyaath, Mashah, Hamadabar Bara, Wayalak, Wayapagasha Hawa, Wata Guy, Lara Galayawa, Wata Salaki, Wata Mar, Kaya, Katan, Damayam, Ata, Laya.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 27 in the English. And Yahweh said unto Aaron, go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of Yahweh and kissed him.
Okay. I'll keep it quick. I don't mean he kissed his brother necessarily. When you look that up, he basically gave him that kiss is best a salutation, meaning he dapped him up. He might have touched him up. It might even been a hug, but it wasn't necessarily a kiss. That's kind of off in translation, you know. Brothers wasn't kissing one another back then.
Right.
Yeah. Even the homos, you know, there were no homos among Israel.
Right.
But if you was a homo in later times, and you felt that demonic spirit to kiss a man, you didn't do that out in public. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, this is how we know that when it says in 27 that he met him in the mount of God and kissed him, it don't mean he necessarily put lips on his brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, none of that happened. Okay, let's get the very next verse, which is verse 28.
The book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 28 in Hebrew. Why God, Mashah, Laharan, Ath, Kal, Debaryah, Yahweh, Ashar, Shalakawa, Damayam, Lamawalath.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 28 in English. And Moses told Aaron all the words of Yahweh who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him.
Verse 29.
Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 29 in the Hebrew. Wayalak, Mashah, Haran, Waya Sapawa, Ath, Kal, Zaquaniah, Manya, Bahar, Hala, Yama, Wayashak, Lawa.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 29 in English. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel.
All the elders of who?
The children of Israel.
Was that all the elders of all nations?
The children of Israel.
The elders of the children of Israel, because under them is the commandments of the Most High, the oracles of the Most High.
That's
Right.
Most High did not put all nations there. He didn't make no covenant with all nations. That's how you know that the scriptures, Old and New Testament, is talking about the Most High and the Israelites.
That's right.
Verse 30.
Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 30 in the Hebrew. Wayadarab, Salaki, Wayadabar, Haran, Ath, Kal, Hadabaryam, Ashar, Debar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Wayaash, Hatath, Wa'ath, Kal, Hathath, Ashar, Tazawahawa.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 30 in the English. And Aaron spake all the words which Yahweh had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people.
All right, so basically Aaron is basically going over Moses, what the Most High said. Moses is doing the same thing. They gathering the elders, and they showing, if he has to show them signs, they show them signs, but he's giving them the commands of the Most High.
That's right.
Right.
I'm getting them prepared to leave slavery, leave captivity.
Right.
Let's go ahead and finish out the chapter.
Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 31 in the Hebrew. Wayaman, Ha'im, Wayashmaiwa, Kaya, Laquad, Yahweh, Oth, Yah, Yasha'ala, Wakaya, Ra'ah, Oth, Aniyam, Wayakodawa, Wayashak, Shatakawa.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 31 in the English. And the people believed, and when they heard that Yahweh had visited the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshiped.
In other words, they recognize, what I'm saying? They recognize who's in charge, and they recognize who's making the rules, and recognize, hey, we're getting ready to leave the captivity.
That's right.
And getting ready to go into the land of our fathers. Now, of course, most of them didn't make it, but still, they did. At least they saw freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying, and that's what we're waiting to see now.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go ahead and go to chapter 5.
Okay.
We're gonna get go ahead with verse 1.
This book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayakar, Ba'awa, Mashah, Waharan, Wayamari Yarawa, Al, Hara'ah, Kaya, Amar, Yahweh, Alahaya, Yasha'ala, Shalak. It's cut off.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1 in the English. And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus said Yahweh, the power of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
Again, our people wasn't even. Moses wasn't even asking for freedom at this point. He was just saying, "Hey, let us get a few days and go and dedicate a sacrifice to the Lord,
Right.
to our power, to the God of Israel." That's all he's looking for.
Right.
Now, Moses know what the answer is going to be, obviously.
Right.
Because the Lord told him that's what the answer was going to be.
That's right.
Right.
But all this is just to set the wheels in motion and provoke the Most High to further anger. I guess sometimes, just like even though we mad at somebody, we need further what? Poking and prodding for people to go fight them sometimes.
Right.
Right.
People in your ear saying this, saying that. You gonna let that nigga say that about you?
Right.
That's that spirit there, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
all it's gonna do, all the Pharaoh's gonna do, whether you know it or not, is further provoke the Lord to anger.
That's right.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and get verse 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Para'ah, Maya, Yahweh, Ashar, Ashamai, Wakwalawa, Mashalak, Af, Mashah, Yahweh, Wayamar, Adaniyah, Lamar, Ara'atah, Laim, Hazah, Lasha, Zah, Shalakathanaya.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 2 in the English. And Pharaoh said, "Who is the Lord, that I shall obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go."
He's letting you know he don't know Yahweh, don't give a damn about Yahweh. You know, the heathen coming at him. I don't know him, don't give a damn about him. And no, I ain't letting y'all go. Just being an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Prideful, man.
The pride of thine heart.
That's right.
So that's all that needed to happen from that point. At this point, as far as the Lord is concerned, we at war now.
That's right.
No sweat.
And now I got all I need. Just come down on y'all with all these heavy plagues.
Right.
That's right.
And locusts is gonna kill all your crops. Storms and tempests is gonna destroy what little economy you got left.
Right.
Firstborns of your son gonna die. And even further hell is gonna happen if there's no, if there's no blood on the door. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which for Egyptians it wouldn't be. That's why he's trying to tell simple as Israel, get that blood on the door, so I already know, pass over that house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not that the Most High needed help, but what he's looking for is obedience.
That's right.
Above all things.
Right.
Yeah. Repentance ain't even number one to him. Obedience is.
That's right.
All right. Who's that? Ishmael?
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Bet you anything, he looked in there, saw them fringes, saw them shields, and said, "Oh shit!"
Looked off real fast.
Them damn black Hebrew Israelites. Oh my God. But that's what I want. It's better to be respected than to be loved. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I don't want the love of heathens right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just your respect.
Right.
But of course, America makes you love everybody.
Right.
Right.
That's what that election was about this week. You had people. Once that heathen Kamala Harris lost, you actually had more of her people, her supporters saying, "Why can't y'all just love everybody? Why can't we just do away with hate and intolerance and this, that, and the third?" Now, let me tell you something. The scriptures say that it says it in Isaiah somewhere. The Lord hates a false balance.
Right.
He considers it an abomination.
Right.
You can't know love unless you know hate.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a time to love and a time to hate.
There you go. Ecclesiastes 3. It's a time for it. Yeah. If I'm gonna kill somebody, I'm gonna want to love them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to love them. Yeah. Right now, the Russians and are they telling the Russians and the Ukrainians to love one another?
Right.
Same people up there killing one another up, and I support that, of course.
Right.
Esau killing Esau is beautiful.
That's right. Right.
Matthew 12:25, a house divided against itself can't stand.
Right.
So you're gonna have to have war before you have peace. You can't have war if you love every damn body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you got to know who to love and who to hate. Go ahead.
Even these nations understand about war is just a way of respect.
Right.
Understanding, like, if you're just not gonna openly respect me, I'm gonna make you respect me.
Right.
At the end of the day, even if I lose the war, you still gonna respect that. Right. I'll go to war with you.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
Pete, you can't have peace. You can't have peace without war.
That's right.
You just can't. Blood has to be shed for you to get your peace.
That's right.
Most High, of course, understands that.
Right.
Yahushua, aka Christ, understands it.
Right.
So that's why you got to get Christianity out your damn spirit. Get this love spirit on. Love everything, everybody, irregardless. Get that nonsense out your spirit.
Right.
Because on the real, they don't even show love. They don't even know love anyway.
That's right.
I ain't got to tell y'all, but love's an action.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can say anything. You know, Jake could tell a chick that he wants to smash real bad and how much he loves them until the cows come home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then after them draws done dropped, Jake be on. Right. If Jake is old F boy, he's gonna be on a whole nother program. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
All the love he say he had for her ain't gonna make him call her back.
Right.
If he's done with it.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Me coming up, my philosophy, in the world was well, you don't eat at the same restaurant every day, do you?
Right. All right. Well, Lumberwad, let me ask you, what's your favorite food?
I like Mexican food.
I do too. I love the hell out of Mexican food.
God.
Can you eat it every day? Even if you had one of the Mr. Cartwright ribs we could cook, could you eat it every day?
Every day.
That's right. There you go, man. You can't love everything and everybody and so on and so forth. You got to have, because the false balance is an abomination. You got to have people you love. You got to have people you hate.
Right.
If you get our people out of this love trip, they'll understand that.
Right.
Our people swear they can't love the other nations, but they ain't no problem hating you.
Right.
I mean, they can't hate so-called white man. They can't hate the Arabs, the Asians.
They hate Israel.
But they got no problem hating Israel.
That's right.
Right.
No problem. Like you were just saying, they hate Issachar. They got no problem hating their own. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Asher, all of them, man.
So you can hate your Mexican brothers and sisters. You can hate your Venezuelan brothers and sisters like you're doing here recently.
Right.
And hate your Cuban brothers and sisters for coming here and getting your food stamps. You can hate your Jamaican brothers and sisters for no reason. I don't understand that for shit.
Right.
But hate the so-called white man. No, God said we gotta love.
Right.
Man, come on, man.
It's a lot, sir.
Go ahead.
What I can't understand is how our people don't see, like, even the oppressor understands, like, when it comes to Hispanics, you see he treats the ones that are Hispaniola descent, from Spain, the conquistadors and all of that look almost like him.
Right.
He treats them, even the Cubans, the black Cubans are left in Cuba and you got the other ones that are in Florida.
Right.
He knows the difference. And we sit here and we see this and we want to still love when he's like, no, there's a difference. Now, I'm not going to tell you there's a difference, but there is a difference.
Yeah, right.
And it's, the actions are there. That's why I say look at the actions, not the words.
Right.
Because when they took all them Cubans who flooded out of Cuba around the 60s,
right.
Once Castro came to power,
right.
A lot of them was Edomites anyway.
Right.
A whole lot of them were.
Right.
And Esau knew that.
And he kicked them out of Cuba. They were mad about that. Okay.
Castro. I ain't gonna say Castro kicked them all out, but a lot of them left voluntarily because they knew they couldn't own anything over there anymore, and they couldn't mistreat the indigenous there anymore.
Right.
That's what drove them out.
Right.
Now they come over here and propaganda says that Castro didn't want people free and didn't want them doing everything. No, Castro got tired of the U.S. mainly, but everyone using Cuba as a little island whorehouse.
Right.
Because think of all of them, it was a lot of casinos there in Cuba during the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. Right. It was a lot of whorehouses there.
That's right.
And Castro, even though he didn't believe in the Most High, he was, to a degree, justly and morally upright. Right. To a small degree. Right. You know what I'm saying? He could see that his people were being abused. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That the Cubans there who were on the bottom were of Afro descent, just so-called Afro descent, just like he was. Right. And he saw the writing on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he took over, one of the first things he did was closed all them businesses.
That's right.
He put military order. He didn't even take president's office yet, but he on military order he took all them businesses over.
Right.
Every single one of them. That's why they all left out of there.
Right.
A lot of them wasn't even real so-called Cubans or indigenous.
Right.
A lot of them was Amalek. Mm-hmm. A lot of them was just Edomites, like you say, from conquistadors' children, basically coming all the way from Spain and whatnot.
Portugal.
Yeah. Castro, if nothing else, saw the writing on the wall.
That's right.
Yeah. People that were like his father and what have you, which his father had some wealth to a degree, but he saw that his people were the ones on the bottom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like it was him and the other cat that they always have on the shirt. I can't think of his name. I know he was a doctor.
Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Yeah, the heroes up there now. I don't know his lineage at all, but I do know Castro was from an Afro Cubano line.
Right.
But anyway, let me take this off charger. Let's continue on with the lesson.
Okay.
We are on what verse?
3. Sir.
Verse 3. Go ahead.
Come book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 3 in the Hebrew. Waya Amarawa, Salakio. Waya Amarwa. Alahaya. Amaya. Washakagawa. Laya. Bamadebar.
This book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 3 in the English. And they said, the power of the Hebrews hath met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto Yahweh our power, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with sword.
So Israel under order at this time. Hey, we're gonna go into this wilderness, and we're gonna sacrifice to the Most High, and we're gonna celebrate them because we getting ready. Because knowing in the back of their minds, we getting ready to be free.
Right.
Go ahead, next verse. Verse 4 and 5, matter of fact.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 4 and 5 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Alaham, Walak, Matazariim, Lasha, Masha, Habariyam, Nakoriya, Alayinawa, Nalaki, Nalaka, Na'a, Darak, Shalashaf, Yamayam, Bamadabar, Wanazabaka, Lanahawa, Layahawa, Yashala, La'a, Yada'atha, Ath, Yahweh, Wagam, Ath, Yasha'ala, La'a, Ashalak. Verse 5. Wayamar, Para'ah, Ana, Rabayam, Allahayanawa, Pana, Yapaganawa, Barabar, Awa, Bakarab.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 4 and 5 in the English. And the king of Egypt said unto them, Wherefore do ye Moses and Aaron let the people from their works? Get you unto your burdens. Verse 5, and Pharaoh said, Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest for their burdens.
Verse 6 and 7.
Got in one book of Exodus, chapter 5, verses 6 and 7 in Hebrew. Waya Tazawa, Para'ah, Bayawam, Hahawa'a, Oth, Hanagasha Yam, Waharan, Tapare Yawa, Oth, Haim, Mama Aisha Yawa, Lakawa, Lasaba Latayakam, verse 7, La'a, Ta'asab Pawan, Latath, Taban, La'im, Lalaban, Halabaniyam, Tatamawal, Shalasham, Ata, Aim, Haratazah, Wahashatam, Atam, Masabalatam.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 5 and 6. 6 and 7, Salaki. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, verse 7, Ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick, as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves.
Okay, so Pharaoh is increasing them burdens, basically. He's trying to make them work harder, and they have to work now. Won't even give them straw to make bricks. I wonder, have any of y'all ever seen some of the sort of the archaeology where it shows you how they made bricks with straw?
They put it with the clay, and then they got to heat it all up and make it hard. Want to make sure y'all saw that, because they found plenty of that over there in Egypt. So just to let you know, and if you got a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, it ought to have an image of that in there. Yeah, along with giving us definition, that's a pretty good archaeology book to have. If y'all don't have one, give one. Go ahead.
Slightly, sir. I believe some of our brothers is on the land that are doing that, making bricks. Hang on. You heard of that?
Where are the brothers that are doing it?
Saw in the past that they was making bricks out in Houston.
Okay.
Some of our brothers that's on some of the property.
It might have been. I didn't see.
I believe it was Houston. Could be wrong, but it's one of the plots of land that we have here.
I didn't see that myself, but it's pretty damn good.
I believe it was the same that process.
Out of straw?
It was making bricks from the land. That's how they was putting it.
So. All right, yeah. Send that to me. I'd love to see that.
I'll find it.
All right, then. Let's get verse 8.
Book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 8 in Hebrew. Wa'ath, Mata Kunai, select it. Mata Kunath, Halaban Yam, Ashar, Ama, Ashayam, Tamawal, Shalasham, Ba'im, Wa'ath, Shatari Yawa, Lamar.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 8 in the English. And the table of bricks, which they did make heretofore, ye shall lay upon them. Ye shall not diminish aught thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cried, saying, Let us go and sacrifice to our God.
Verse 9 and 10.
Count on one kind. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verses 9 and 10 in the Hebrew. Takapad, Abada, Allah, Hanasha Yam, Wayashawa, Baha, Wa'al, Yasha'awa, Bada, Salaki, Bada Baraya, Tasha Mawa, Ala Yaham, La'a, Tagara Awa, Mama Nawa, Kaya, Naraparam, Ham, Salaki Hama, Allah, Khan, Ama, Taza Akwayam, Lamar, Nalaka, Ama, Yalakawa, Wakwashawa, Laham, Taban, verse 10, Wayatazawa, Nagashaya, A'im, Washatariyawa, Waya Amawa, Al, A'im, La Amar, Kaha, Amar, Para'ad, Nazabaka, La Lahayan, Salaki, La Lahayanawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 9 and 10 in the English. Let their more work be laid upon the men, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. Verse 10, And the taskmasters of the people went out, and of their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, Thus said Pharaoh, I will not give you straw.
Now, see, Pharaoh is in 100% asshole mode right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All he's trying to do is make their work harder, so and he got the nerve to say that the Most High's words were vain.
Right.
Shit. He deserved every one of them plagues he got. All that hell he caught, he deserved every bit of it.
Sorry, I'm about to say the same thing.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm about to say the same exact thing, sir.
I mean, because he literally provoking the Most High to wrath right now.
Right.
He ain't learned Nimrod's lesson yet.
Right.
You challenge the Most High, you're gonna lose every time.
Right.
Go ahead, Lumberwise.
No, kind. It's all like repetitive because in our slavery here in America, we had taskmasters, which were the men on the horses riding around the fields. You know, you wasn't picking fast enough, swah, right in your back. You know, modern times now, that's your supervisor.
Right?
You know, it's no different. Yeah, you go to prison, it's the guard. You know, you don't do right, you get hit with the billy club.
Right.
You know, as they say, don't do right. You know,
right.
You could be doing right, and it's just what they say. So it's all repetitive.
And some of that is old Jake with the mark of the beast on. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Call it.
He'll do you wrong for you, so you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whoop your ass in the field. Whoop your ass behind bars.
They call him the house nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
Call you a house nigga. Call you a few other things.
Uncle Ruckus, man. Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus, I think, is the symbol of house niggas, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Him or Steve from Django, one of the two.
He played that part too good.
Too damn.
I hated Samuel Jackson for a while.
Let me tell you something. Samuel Jackson is my favorite actor. I'll see anything that he's in. But he's had some roles that made me hate him.
Right. And that was one.
And that was definitely one of them.
I know the other one is.
What's that?
Where they like checked up. I was thinking
Black Snake Moan.
No, I didn't hate it.
Other one.
I didn't hate his character in that one.
It's the one where they was basically at that shelter, you know, one part where he's talking about
Western movie.
Come.
Oh, I know what he's talking.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about too. I hated him doing that one, but I cheered for him at some point, like when he killed a few of them. But Hateful Eight, yeah. But he's up there doing,
He got too relaxed.
Thing is, we got to remember now, he could have been lying when he told that story about literally raping that Crackle's son.
Right.
He could have easily been lying. They were real ambiguous with that. Say what you want about Tarantino, that was a smart thing to do with that movie.
Gaslighting.
He was gaslighting him. That's what the kids are calling it now. He was he knew him and that cracker could not spend the night there together. You know what I'm saying? He had too big a reputation for just killing our people.
Right.
And he had enough sense to know that. He said either I'm gonna end up killing this cracker or this cracker's gonna kill me.
Right.
So that's why he told that story. He left it up in the director left it up in our minds whether that was actually true or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which was pretty damn slick of him. But if that actually happened within the story, then yeah, I hate his character in that too.
He sure did tell a good story though.
Ooh, did he? God damn.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I also hated him in that Formula 51 because he was in the skirt the whole time.
Right.
But other than that, no, he is my favorite actor. Back on task though. We're gonna go ahead and get verse 11, and we're gonna get verse 12.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verses 11 and 12 in the Hebrew. Atam, Kawa, Kwakawa, Lakam, Taban, Mashar, Tamataza Awa, Iya, Ayan, Nagara, Shakwar, verse 12. Wayapataza Ha'an, Bakal, Arataza, Matazarium, Lakwashash, Kwash, Lataban.
This book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 11 and 12 in the English. Go ye, get you straw where you can find it. Yet not all of your work shall be diminished. Verse 12. So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw.
Oh my goodness. In other words, y'all can go as far as y'all want to go find this straw that we ain't gonna, even though we could give you straw. But even when you come back, you still got work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You still got to hold up your end of the damn assembly line, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're supposed to do now, you're gonna do when you come back. Everything to keep them from going to the desert and making that sacrifice. They basically challenging the Lord.
Right.
And of course, the Lord knew this would happen, and that's another reason why we should celebrate the Passover well. You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody should be preparing right now, Israel, to come to the Lord's Passover in 2025. It's going to be in Atlanta. Come and have the unleavened bread. Come and have the lamb. Come and have the wine with the men of the Lord. Go ahead and promote the Passover real quick. We're reading about why we need to do it, because this was one of the things that made us lose favor with the Lord, because we stopped doing things like this.
Right.
All he did to get us free, and we're going to forget about him and follow the heathen. That's the biggest sin our forefathers made.
Insane.
All right. Go ahead.
And that just go to show you how distracted Pharaoh was. You know what I'm saying? He had them do all this to be counterproductive on what they got going on.
Right.
Just to put it in the Lord's face.
Yeah. All these nations, hell, Esau challenging the Lord now.
Right.
Whenever our people get bugged out into this homosexuality and now transgender nonsense, madness, up there trying to gender reassignment, whatever. Hell, Kamala Harris is gonna have it to where you can get that done in prison.
Right.
Good night.
Like I said, All that is a direct middle finger to the Lord.
Right.
And immigrants too. She's gonna do that for immigrants too.
Probably. I don't have it on good authority. I wasn't checking for her policy on LGBTQ nonsense, but I do know that she, just like all of the Edomites, especially the ones calling themselves Democrats, their whole game is to get us into, I forget where I read this years ago, Obama was actually experimenting with it.
Yeah, right.
And I hope somebody in Israel can send me that. Can y'all send shot y'all of that if you got it on Messenger? Where Obama was actually had Jake being experimented on to see how he can make Jacob further homosexual.
Right.
It ain't enough that too many Jakes done went into that, but they want more. And he, of course, Obama was simple as hell. He under orders from the Illuminati to do that.
Right.
But he had actually made that his deal. Hell, the only so-called Negroes that were happy with Obama's 8 years were homosexuals.
Right.
Because he was the only one that did any damn thing for. But
California is their playground for that.
oh yeah. California is as far left as it goes.
They're teaching them in elementary. It's part of the curriculum now.
Man, give it up for Captain Gadar and all them brothers in SoCal and NoCal that's going against that kind of demon. Captain Cuomo, and all them brothers there that are saving our families through homeschooling and just checking up on school progress, just to make sure that demon don't come nowhere near the children that are in ISUPK.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, it just sounds like one of those Nazi experiments they're doing on them brothers.
It's the same thing, man. It's all the same game.
Right.
No different than the Tuskegee experiments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're using us as their little lab rats to do human experimentation.
Right. All because they're scared of the masculinity.
Yeah. All because, and they want to put it in the Lord's face. They leaders know who we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they've got this propaganda campaign against Hebrew Israelites now.
Right.
Don't even matter if you're ISUPK or not. It's a campaign against all Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
And it's all because they know who we are.
Right.
That's right. And Salaki,
all their record keepers know. Go ahead.
Our people should be looking at that and wonder to themselves why. Because no one's trying to do a propaganda against being a Christian.
Right.
Or being a Muslim.
Right.
Or even being a Buddhist or any other religion that our people want to choose to go into.
Right.
But then when you say you the people of the book, and all of a sudden the FBI, CIA, and everybody else get involved, you should really question, like, why wouldn't you question that?
Yeah, giveaway.
There's a lot of reasons they wouldn't question it, but the number one reason is they plugged in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They are indoctrinated.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why we work so hard when we out there on the highways and the byways.
That's
Right.
Because we know Jake is bugged the hell out, either on this Christianity or on this dope. And those two aren't mutually exclusive from one another either.
Right. So they intertwined.
Because the church is full of damn dope fiends.
Right.
Through and through, thoroughly. In fact, the ISUPK is doing so well now, getting Jake to come back into his nationality and saving his families. We doing so well that they're actually complaining online that the brothers have left church.
Right.
The only brothers you find at them is homosexuals.
Right.
Like that preacher who they just busted in Florida in the back seat of his car with his shirt off and a 16-year-old boy. He a reverend now.
Right.
In the back seat of the car, he got arrested. I saw the video myself. He arrested for giving a BJ to a damn 16-year-old. This is a reverend. Your so-called man of God. That's all you're going to find at the church now.
Right.
You're going to find homosexuals, and you're going to find just soft boule Negroes. That's it.
Right.
All the real brothers are gone.
Right. Slagia.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I think that's what it is. The church was set up, these pastors and everything were set up to control us.
Yeah.
Right.
To subjugate us to the oppressor and everything like that. Was it Margaret Sanger of over Planned Parenthood
Eugenics program, yeah.
Eugenics even said we'll get highly favored pastors amongst them
Right.
to do this. So they've been infiltrating through the Christian church for the longest. So now when people are coming out of it, they got to do something.
Right.
If they're choosing your leaders, he ain't no leader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't let your enemy choose your leaders.
That's right.
That's
right.
That's 101 right there.
Right.
You know they set up if they're doing their bidding. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know Sharpton, Jackson, Farrakhan, all of them, all set up. Definitely Martin Luther King. All of them was set up by Esau. They're not leaders. They're not men of the Lord. None of them are. And that's why people are still on the bottom, because of them.
Right.
And they're gonna get punished for that too, big time.
Right.
The hell that's coming on them so-called nigga leaders is not gonna be funny.
Right.
Where are we at now? We at verse 14. That's what I thought. Go for it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 14 in the Hebrew. Wa'atawa, Shatoriyah, Mayabadathakam, Dabar.
Oh, come. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 14 in the English. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick, both yesterday and today, as heretofore?
So now he's beating their ass, basically.
Right.
Letting you know this is just hard rigor, just like it's depicted on the walls of Egypt, where the Egyptians are now just beating our asses now.
Right.
Along with all the work, and keep in mind there ain't no air conditioning. There's not a whole lot of trees out there at this time.
Right.
So Jake is sweating his damn ass off, man.
Right.
Working himself to a nub. And you think them Egyptians are gonna let up?
Nope.
No, man, the Egyptians gonna make that oppression harder. You know why? Why?
They trying to put it in the Lord's face.
That too, but what am I looking for now? What?
They want them to serve them.
That's our punishment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's on the right track.
Right.
Because we want to serve the Lord.
Right.
Oh, God.
All that's happening to us now in the UPK is because we wish to serve the Lord and no one else.
Right.
We don't want to be in the Christian church no more, the Muslim mosque, and bugged out with a whole bunch of philosophy like a lot of them brothers that's Afrocentric,
right,
or brothers that are Egyptologists, just brothers in the conscious community.
Right.
We don't want to do, all we want to do is serve the Most High, and that's why we're getting all the pushback we get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, verse 15.
Khan is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 14. Salakia, chapter 5, Salakia, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wayaba'awa, Shatariyah, Banya, Yasha'ala, Wayataza Aikwawa, All, Banya, Yasha'ala, Ashar, Shemawa, Alaham, Nagashaya, Para'ah, La'amar, Madawa'ah, La'ah, Kalayatam, Kokwakam, Lalaban, Atazayam, Lamar, Kalawa, Maisha Yakam, Dabar, Yawam, Bayawamarwa, Kashar, Bahawa Kawath, Hataban.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 15 in the English. Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, Wherefore dealest that thou with thy servants?
Verse 16.
Book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 16 in the Hebrew. Taban, Ayam, Nathan, Labadayak, Walabayam, Amarayam, Katamawal, Shalayam, Shalasham, Gama, Tamawal, Gama, Hayawam.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 16 in the English. There is no straw given unto thy servants. And they say to us, Make brick, and behold, thy servants are beaten. But the fault is thy own people, is in thy own people.
It's our fault we're getting our ass kicked, basically.
Right.
Basically where it comes down to.
We say that today.
Yeah.
I say just like Esau.
Absolutely.
It's your fault you got shot.
Exactly. It's your fault for being a nigga. It's your fault for being in the car and getting shot and killed right in front of your woman and your kid. He gets blamed for it.
Right. Even though he told me he had a gun.
Yeah. You know how that Philando Castile didn't lie to anything. You know what I'm saying? Had a permit for it and everything. It's been years ago, and that still pisses me off, man.
He was reaching for his wallet because he told him to get his wallet and told him it was okay. And then turned around and said,
and he killed him. And even threatened this woman who all she wanted to do was just be there with him, hold his hand or hold his shoulder or his head because he's finna die and was taking his last breath.
Stay calm.
Man, and they threatened her for it. They threatened to kill her too.
Just like a devil.
Come. Okay, we are in verse 17, huh?
Okay. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 17 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Narapayam, Atham, Narapayam, Allah, Para'ah, Lamar, Lamar, Taisha, Kaya, Labadayak.
Salakia, do 18 as well.
Kanawakan, verse 18. Waita, Lakawa, Abadawa, Wataban, La'a, Yanatan, Lakam, Lanawa, Ashawa, Wahana, Abadawayak, Makayam, Wakata'ath, Amak.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 17 and 18 in the English. But he said, Ye are idle. Therefore ye say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord. Verse 18. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given. You yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks.
So yeah, not gonna give them any straw to do the job, but you got to get the job done. Right. You know
what sense does that make?
It's called oppression, my brother.
Right.
That's what that's called.
Same thing that happened today, sir.
It's
crazy.
That's all it's called. They expect you to work miracles, and you can't even get all the tools you need to do the job.
Right.
Bad enough we're in slavery, but you now imagine running a hurdle race and you got to work hard enough to jump hurdles. Then somebody comes stick his foot out for you to trip and fall while running.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. That's called oppression, y'all.
Right.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
And then when we take what they don't give us, and we still make something out of nothing,
Man.
they get even more mad.
Right.
It's Jake's fault no matter what.
No
Right.
Like we read in the other verse. That's why I'm upset at Eve out in the world now. Mad at Jake because they little precious feminist city girl candidate Kamala Harris lost. Even though Jake voted for 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 Jakes that voted for.
Right.
None of that is for Esau though, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter what, you can't please him. Right there in the scriptures you read, you couldn't please your oppressor, them Egyptians, because he wouldn't even give you the straw to help make brick and mortar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jake went out there and voted for Kamala Harris. 4 out of 5 Jakes who voted for Harris, and yet Eve is catching hell from our own women for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, of course, this doesn't involve anybody in ISUPK because we all voted for the couch that night.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? None of us voted, so
Right.
Right.
Nice and sleep.
yeah. I didn't know who won till the next day myself, but Jake out in the world got them all mad at him because even though he voted their way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter what, it's always Jake's fault.
Always.
Always. You're reading it right here. We catching hell for not even getting all the tools we need to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So look, sir, and that just show you how much of a demon the oppressor is, man.
Yeah.
He make it impossible. You make it impossible and still want me to do this task. And then when I do it, you still get mad.
Right.
And if I don't do it, you're gonna beat the hell out of me, possibly
Right.
kill me.
So you did it too well. So like to what you were saying about them being mad at black men for not voting, even though they did vote. You hear it's always a white and black talk.
Right.
They'll never say nothing about Asians.
Right.
Or East Indians or Arabs. Yeah, I don't hear the vitriol for them or anything. So it shows how broken we are.
Or Esau.
Right.
Or Esau.
Most of Esau, white man and white women voted against Harris.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where's Eve's video getting mad at them?
Right. Where's
not there?
where Eve?
Not there.
Right.
But then they'll turn around and say, where's the protection for black women?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
And
man.
it's like, you just took a crap on us.
Right.
But I'm supposed to come to your rescue like Superman.
You know, before a few months ago, we're gonna get back on subject in a minute. A few months ago, they were actually asking feminists whether they was Eve or they was Esau. Who would you rather have protect you or rescue you, man or the bear? And damn near all of them said the bear. So you're talking about one of the largest damn carnivorous animals on the earth.
That's crazy.
An animal comfortable eating damn near anything and everything.
Wow.
Claws 5 inches long. A bite that can damn near rip a bowling ball. And damn near 1,000 pounds, but you want him protecting you.
You want that bear pulling across that threshold.
So like Esau is a hell of a drug.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Christianity is a hell of a drug. All these philosophies of the Edomites is a hell of a drug. And because our people turn to them, we turn on ourselves.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. Jake voted overwhelmingly for Harris.
Right.
And yet we catching hell for this nonsense. So you know what Jake outside of ISUPK is saying? Next time Eve need protection, go and drive and find her a bear.
Right.
Go to the nearest bear, explain to him what's going on, and get him in the car and drive him over there where Eve needs protection and needs help.
Right.
I laughed my ass off at that one.
Make it make sense.
It don't make no sense. If a woman says it don't make no sense, okay?
Right.
We all know that.
Flip-flop.
Job 39:17, Proverbs 9:13. We already know this.
Shemai.
Ezekiel 34 and 31.
Right.
So we all know she's simple, but she's got a platform to run her mouth, and her platform is TikTok, man.
That's right.
Hey, what is she gonna do when they get rid of TikTok next year?
Nothing.
Because that's gonna be gone. They done already set a date. TikTok gonna be gone.
It's gonna be sick. I can't make no money.
Yeah. I can't cry and complain and talk my bullshit on the air on the internet. TikTok is gone.
I'ma live without it.
And then OF gonna go next.
Right.
It should.
Yeah, no more making money showing your box and your breast on
Right.
OnlyFans. That's gonna be done too.
It's like because it's really not. It's really not hard to believe because Eve was the one that was deceived.
Con.
And Eve is being deceived all the way to this day.
Right.
Con.
And she tries to get Jake to get into to believe in it like Eve got Adam to believe in it.
And Jake in the world already does.
Right.
Yeah, he's already going overboard with them. That's why you'll be proud of this ISUPK, man, because we'll never do it. We'll never do it. Now we love the hell out of women, and we fight for them, and we fight to save as many of them. But hey, we're not gonna be following them. All right. What we look like following our children.
That's right.
That's love within itself.
Right.
That's right. And the smart E's are the ones in the smart sisters are the ones in the school, and know that that's love. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and where are we at? We on 21 yet?
19.
19. Okay, so like go ahead.
We're
We're gonna try to finish this chapter and then pray about it.
This is book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 19 in the Hebrew. Wayarawa, Shatarawa, Wanya, Yasha'ala, Atam, Bara, Lamar, La'a, Tagare Awa, Khan, Atam, Amaryam, Nalaka, Nazabaka, Layahawa.
Okay, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 19 in the English. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil case. After it was said, ye shall not diminish aught from your bricks of your daily task.
Let's get verse 20.
Okay. Book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 20 in the Hebrew. Wayapaga'awa, Oth, Mashah, Wa'ath, Aharan, Natazabayam, Lakoryayatam, Watakam, Labanayam, Tatan, Tatan Nawa. You want 21, sir?
Yeah, we're gonna go to 21 now.
Verse 21. Wayamawa, Alaham, Yara'a, Yahweh, Alahya Kam, Wayashapat, Ashar, Habawatam, Malabay Yakam, Dabar, Yawam, Bayamawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 20 and 21 in the English. And they met Moses and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh. Verse 21. And they said unto them, Yahweh will look upon you and judge, because ye have made our Savior to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand to slay us.
Okay, so we're making our little taskmasters there in Egypt want to kill us now.
Right.
So it's getting about that time. We'll go ahead and finish these last two verses, and then we're gonna go ahead and pray out, y'all.
Okay.
The The book of Exodus, chapter 5, verses 22 and 23. Wayashah, Watazatham, Ma'ath, Para'ah. Verse 23. Wama'az, Ah, Bayakanawa, Bayanawa, Salaki, Bayana, Para'ah, Waba'ayanawa, Iba the Yawa, Latath, Karab, Bayadam, Lahaganawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 22 and 23 in the English. And Moses returned unto Yahweh and said, Yahweh, wherefore hast thou so evil entreated these people? Why is that thou hast sent me? Verse 23. For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in thy name, he hath done evil to these people. Neither hast thou delivered thy people at all.
Next Sabbath is going to be fun hearing the Most High's reaction to that. That's a lesson to look forward to. We're going to pick it up from Exodus chapter 6 next Sabbath. We're going to go ahead and say the water to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. The water to Commanding General Yohana and the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the sisters, and the young brothers and sisters coming in, man.
That's right.
The water for this truth. And I'm going to go ahead and face east.
Come on. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayam. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Taba'ah. Tazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Barakazah. Kawah. Ayah. Vashemayim. Latanyanawah. Lakam. Kaw. Iwam. Wasalakanawa. Kababwaknawa. Kasalaknawa. Kababwaknawa. Lala. Labayanawa. Anasai one. Ahal. Aushanawa. Mayan. Ra. Ya. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wahatapara. Laiwalam. Aman.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
We're going to do prayer to the power.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Hashem.
Yahushua.
This is the power in the English. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.